Hey guys, totally dubbed here, and this is the final video before I probably take ASUS, that's the big company, ASUS for the computer, to court. Basically, this is to prove that the board that they've provided me, they've basically scammed me, and I have done everything now, and they've got absolutely no evidence left. I had bought some Kingston RAM from Amazon for £55. Amazon kindly replaced it for me. However, the RAM was the KHX 6400 D2 LLK2 4G. That's basically a 4 GB pack with 2 GB each. 800 megahertz. Anyway, megahertz. Yeah, there you go. So I put it in and it did not work. Now I sent them an email and they said, okay, we agree to look at it again. And once they tried to look at it, their excuse was neither the manual nor the QVL attached say the motherboard is compatible with 2 GB 800 MHz memories. Kingston's site compatibility list is not important. In other words, we don't give a shit what Kingston say, we say what we want. Anyway, another email passed. They refused to look at the board. As the engineer has stated, this is all from Charlie Payne, a service specialist at ASUS UK. As the engineer has stated, neither the manual nor QVL say the MB, which is motherboard, is compatible with 2 GB 800 Hz memory. So I would assume that means that the board does not accept 2 GB modules. What a joke. The technicians are unable to agree to your testing requirements, which was basically, please test the KHX 6400 1GN, which is right in my hands now, which I bought from eBay, funnily enough. As the board has already been returned, however, it has been fully tested. I believe photographic proof of the board working on all 4 slots was provided to you after the previous repair. It was, however, the RAM that they showed me, I could not find, and I did not want to buy because it was not a very good RAM to buy. And also it was 500 megabytes, in other words it was a total of 2 gigabytes in 4 slots, which is pointless because I can do I can get 2 gigabytes within 2 slots, so why get 2 gigabytes within 4 slots? It's completely stupid. So unfortunately this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks that 2 gigabytes cannot be accepted in a motherboard which is one of the highest spec DDR2 socket 775 motherboards that you can buy, or you could buy should I say, from ASUS. So apparently you cannot buy it. So to prove my point, they said, well, it's not on a compatibility list, so we're not going to look at it. So I said, okay, then screw you. I'm just going to go and find this RAM, which is this one, which is exactly the one on the compatibility list. And this is from the Kingston website, guys. There's a PDF file from the Kingston website, as you can see all the information. Now, note, it says 512 megabytes, right? Now, the 2GN model is exactly the same thing, except it's a 1 gigabyte module. Now, why am I saying that? I mean, you're saying, guys, you're taking me as an idiot or something. Now, ASUS compatibility list, funnily enough, should I point out, this is their official QVL list, right? P5K Premium Motherboard Qualified Vendors List QVL DDR2 800 MHz. Look at that second line. 1GN, as pointed out before, 4 for 2, 12 timings, heatsink package, Kingston. What is that? Oh, did you guys get it wrong? It's not 1 gigabyte, it's 512. This second line with the 1GN is actually 512, not 1 gigabyte. So, first mistake, get your QVL right, because that is wrong. It should be 512, not 1 gigabyte. The 1 gigabyte model does exist, but it's the 2GN model. Either that's wrong or that's wrong. Everything else is right. Now, they said, well, it's not on our compatibility list, so we're not going to accept it. What did I do? I went on eBay and I found a good seller which accepts returns, PC4 parts, great communication and very fast delivery. And what did I do? I bought myself a 1 gigabyte, a 512 plus a 1 gigabyte. In other words, 1.5 gigabytes total. That's because I've got a 1GN model. If the camera can focus, that would be great. And a the 2GN and the 1GN, basically. So now I'm going to go on CPU-Z, and currently I have the 2GN model inside. That's the 1 gigabyte. As you can see, it says 1 gigabyte there, DDR2, blah 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 blah. Right, so now I'm going to prove to you why they scammed me, and why in fact I've spent so much money, time and frustration trying to sort this out. By the way, that's in Bruges, in Belgium, if you guys wondered. Why you guys wondered why I made this video, and why should I persist? Basically, because if I know I've done nothing wrong, or if I know I've done something right, I like to prove it. And I'm not one of those people which gives up easily. I proved up my point and I go all the way to the end. So, that's the 2GN model, which clearly works on this slot. Get it out. Let's put it in this slot. Now, bear in mind, as stated in previous videos, the 2 slots to the left, nearest the fan, i.e. this one and that one, work perfectly. These ones would never ever boot. So, let's see if the RAM on their QVL list is going to boot. So, starting up. I haven't touched anything to the screen, it's on standby. It does not boot. Identical to what happens when I have the RAM which is not on their compatibility list, so they don't give a crap about. This is not on their compatibility list, but runs perfectly 2 times 1 gigabyte on the 2 left slots, not on the right slots. So, doesn't seem to work on that slot. What could that mean? Oh, did ASUS possibly fry the 2 slots on the right and then try and lie about it once they came to do my repair? Possibly. Let's try this slot too. If it switches on, that'd be great. Safety first. What is that, you say? There is no boot? Interesting. As you can see, very sarcastic comments over here. Very over the top. I'm trying not to put this over 10 minutes. So I'm gonna try and speed up a little bit. Put that there. I don't know if you're not gonna be able to see, but aha. 2GN. There you go. That's the 1 gigabyte module that is supposedly, as it doesn't accept 2 gigabytes, so this is going to accept 1 gigabyte. That's the 1 gigabyte module. Does not work on the right slots, but works on the left slots. The 512 model, however, doesn't even boot up on this one. I have no idea why, to be quite honest. But, I'm just going to prove it anyway. Just put it in. So I'm putting on a slot that actually works, so I can actually see if it comes on. Last time it wasn't coming on, I think it was because of my boot settings and everything like that. But as you can see, there's no boot on the 512. So the 1GN model, which is on the QVL list, does not actually show up. So, moral of the story, guys. Do not buy from ASUS. If possible, I will try and take them to court. I will try and prove my point as much as possible, and I've shown everything in this video. I hope you enjoyed that video. From me, Chris, aka Totally Dubbed. Bye bye.